Upon the honour of my house that my beloved brother Robert left...
He wasn't my beloved brother. I didn't love him. He didn't love me.
A harmless courtesy, Your Grace.
A lie. Take it out.
That my brother Robert left no true-born heirs. The boy Joffrey, the boy Tommen, and the girl Marcella being born of incest between Cersei Lannister and her brother Jaime Lannister. By right of birth...
Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. Call him what he is.
And her brother Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. By right of birth and blood. I do this day lay claim...
Make it Sir Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. Whatever else he is, the man's still a knight.
Sir Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. By right of birth and blood. I do this day lay claim to the Iron Throne of Westeros. Let all true men declare their loyalty.
When Eddard Stark learnt the truth, he told only me. I'll not make the same mistake. Send copies of that letter to every corner of the realm, from the arbiter of the war. Time has come to choose. Let no man claim ignorance as an excuse.
Your Grace, the Lannisters are the true enemy. If for the time being you could make peace with your brother.
I'll not make peace with Renly while he calls himself king.
Well, many have already declared for him. Miss Tyrell, Randall Tarley.
Stannis does not need to beg this lord or that lord for support. The Lord of Light stands behind him.
And how many ships has the Lord of Light got in his fleet?
He has no need for ships.
I'm sure he doesn't. But we do if we're going to war. If not Renly, Your Grace, join forces with Robb Stark.
Who'd steal the northern half of my kingdom. I've always served thieves according to their deserts, as you well know, Sir Davos. Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
And who are you? The proud lord said that I must bow so low. Only a cat of a different coat. That's all the truth I know. In a coat of gold or a coat of red, a lion still has claws. And mine are long and sharp, my lord, as long and sharp as yours. And so he spoke, and so he spoke, that Lord of Castamere. But now the rains weep o'er his hall, with no one there to hear. Yes, now the rains weep o'er his hall, and not a soul to hear.
In our darkness, we offer you these false gods. Take them and cast your light upon us. For the night is dark and full of terrors.
The night is dark and full of terrors.
After the long summer, darkness will fall heavy on the world. Stars will bleed.
We need to stop her.
The cold breath of winter will freeze the seas.
Not now.
And the dead shall rise in the north.
All you men were named in the light of the Seven. Is this how you treat the gods of your fathers? Are you so eager to spit on your ancestors?
You smell of fear. Fear and piss and old bones. Do you want to stop me? Stop me. In the ancient books, it's written that a warrior will draw a burning sword from the fire. And that sword shall be Lightbringer. Stannis Baratheon, warrior of light. Your sword awaits you. For the night is dark and full of terrors.
For the night is dark and full of terror.
Hey guys, Gaslight here, and I just wanted to go over this last little bit of video that we just saw. It was Stannis Baratheon. You'll remember him from part 1 if you bothered to pay attention, and I assume that's maybe 1 or 2 of the viewers so far. Whatever. 20 years down the line, you might have been paying attention, I don't know. But the previous clip, the first clip that I showed, one before the intro, was Stannis proclaiming himself king. Now this is someone else, the Red Priestess of Ashai, Melisandre, proclaiming him the reincarnation of her god. It's very dangerous to play at this game, particularly in a world where playing at God can get you killed. Playing at anything can really get you killed. Because the majority of the population of Westeros do not... Well, they already don't like Stannis, but part of the other problem facing Stannis by adopting this new religion, the religion of Hodor, the Lord of Light, part of the key problem that he's now facing is that by adopting this new faith, he is adopting a faith in direct conflict with the rest of the population of Westeros. The Maester, the guy with the robes and the funny chain, that guy with the white hair and the sideburns, really the big burly white sideburns, he stated quite loudly that all these men had been named, quote, in the light of the Seven. The Seven is the predominant religion in Westeros. They are the most powerful religion, and of course the North is the North. They follow the Old Gods, and the Iron Islands follow the Drowned God, but neither of those has significant populations. And the religion of Hodor, although it is many centuries old, has never been able to garner a significant foothold in Westeros. For Stannis Baratheon, he's just added another challenge to himself. Even still...
Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
And yeah, that pretty much explains Stannis for you. He's a military commander who thinks... not necessarily only in black and white. He certainly has his way of, shall we say, inducing a victory, rather than allowing victory just to happen. On the battlefield, at least. But he, yeah.
They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
He's a very stoic commander. Now, as I mentioned, while Stannis does have he has the royal fleet, which is, well, I'm not sure how many ships it was at the beginning. It certainly was a lot smaller after this campaign. He was not, although he wasn't an experienced naval commander. He destroyed Victarion and Euron Greyjoy's fleet in the Greyjoy uprising about 12 years before about a decade before the beginning of the events in the first book, Game of Thrones. he was, he's facing a massive problem. And that is, the island that he's on, Dragonstone, has basically a population of about 10. There are very few houses pledged to Dragonstone. And as a consequence of this, he only can field about 5,000 to 6,000 men. And although he has the royal fleet, it's not going to be easy, to put it mildly, to do, well, anything. He's the smallest player in the great game at the moment. And as Tyrion Lannister says in I believe it's season 6 of the show, the great game is terrifying. But that is just a massive problem for Stannis Baratheon. How he'll deal with that problem is actually rather interesting. And with that, I leave you.
Hodor? Hodor. 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 Run!
Hodor will tire.
Hodor.
Even you, sweet giant.
Hodor. 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 Hodor.
Hodor, calm down.
Hodor.
Hodor, calm